Namaste. Hello, welcome. I am Indigo Owl from Osala Wisdom, coming to you with live guidance for the week ahead. We're going to start with Friday, which is going to be the 28th of February. We have a leap year, so there's also going to be a 29th of February this year, and then we will start March on Sunday, and the reading will go all the way until next week Thursday, which will be the 6th of March. So thank you for joining me here today. I'm going to start shuffling the cards while I wait for some of you that are still coming in to join in live. Hello, if you're watching, what a pleasure to have you on board for this reading. If you're watching the replay, you are just as welcome. Trust that this reading is coming to you at exactly the right time. And please remember, I cannot see your comments and your likes and your waves until afterwards, when I can literally turn my phone the other way and see who's been watching. But please please wave, please give me thumbs up, send me some love, leave me a comment to say that you're here. If at any point some of the reading resonates with you, let me know. Even if you're happy to tell us what is happening in your life, that's amazing. If you don't feel like sharing, just to say it resonates is amazing feedback for me, and also good for other people to see. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, please don't take it on board, then it's not for you. But usually people that are drawn to watching my readings find that at least some of it resonates. Some people find all of it resonates. I find that people that are part of my collective, what I like to call the Osala tribe, are people that get drawn to watching regularly, whether it's live or the replay. And the more they make a commitment to keep checking in, the more Spirit will put messages through, especially for them as well. And if you feel particularly drawn to being part of my collective on Facebook, you are welcome to make a request to join my Facebook group, Osala Tribe, which I'll be very happy to add you to. And then whenever I have any events or whenever I've done a new live reading, I will always share it there and you won't miss any of it. If you enjoy my readings, but you sometimes find them hard to find on Facebook because Facebook suppresses a lot of stuff that people put out on their pages, I also have a YouTube channel called Indigo Owl, like me, which you can subscribe to, and also ask for it to notify you if you want to, whenever my readings go up. Generally, I come for live guidance every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. That's GMT. If you're in London like me, it's evening for you. Otherwise, it might be morning. Hello, if you're watching, I'm so glad you're here. I'm just shuffling the card while I'm waiting for some more of you to come in. I have a tendency to start a couple of minutes early, so I wouldn't want anyone to come on at 8 and find that we've already started the actual reading. So all you've missed so far is me talking while I'm shuffling the cards, but you haven't missed anything special. I've got today... the first card deck I chose was this one, which is the Ascended Masters. It's a Doreen Virtue deck. With this beautiful Archangel Michael on the back. This one needs a lot of shuffling. Today, another deck that I've already shuffled. That's Diane Cooper's Unicorn Oracle. I have a lot of selenite around here today. I have this big selenite. I actually use it as a marker so that I can see how much of this table you can see for the reading, so that when I lay out the cards, I make sure they're actually in the picture for you. So that one is often in the readings, even if maybe before now you haven't noticed it. But today I was drawn to also put this selenite, which is a very different form of selenite, which is also called desert rose. But it's essentially the same. And I've got my silver star here. I'm not sure if you can see that. My silver star has come with the selenite here and the selenite here. And my fairy, my fairy likes to be in the picture very much so. I've rearranged my flowers a bit, so I no longer have this flower that's kind of hanging over my head. Okay, so we're going to keep shuffling this deck until I feel like it's had enough new energy put into it and enough and all old energy taken out. Shuffling is really, really important when you use your cards. You really must shuffle as long as you feel the cards need it. Otherwise the cards are not ready and you will get a less clear outcome. So if you find that you rush shuffling or you rush drawing a card, and it doesn't mean you can't do it quickly. If the cards are ready and you're ready and everything is in alignment, you can do it very quickly. But if it doesn't feel quite ready, you will also get a card message that is not 100% in alignment with what is the maybe your highest good, what is the best possible message you can get right now, or if you're drawing for somebody else. So the last of the Oracle decks for the scene cards for this week that I'm shuffling right now is the Speed of Light Oracle. That's by Leanne Peters of Temple of Balance. Beautiful deck. All of the pictures, I think it's 55 cards. Every single one of them is her very own art. These cards are self-published. She's absolutely an inspiration. Okay, these cards are ready too. So we've got one more deck left to shuffle, and that is the tarot deck we're going to use today. Not much to see here if I show you the back side. It's called the Lover's Tarot. Hasn't got the most expressive pictures. Well, the ones that have pictures are quite expressive, but there's also plenty of cards from the minor arcana that don't have actual pictures on. They literally show 2 ones or 3 ones or 4 ones or 5 ones. You catch my drift. So you must know, to work with this deck, you must know your cards very well, your tarot cards, because otherwise you would really struggle to read them. It's not a beginner's deck, but it's a beautiful deck actually. And sometimes it can be quite good to not have the images. Sometimes the images can really help. I just like to check the bottom of the deck. Sometimes the images can really, really help and add to the reading, and other times it can be really helpful to have to go with the actual knowledge of the symbology of the cards and feel what comes with it on that occasion. So, I think already hello if you've just joined. I'm so happy you're here. We have to decide whether we will do the theme cards first for the week or whether we will do the tarot cards first. I'm feeling the theme cards today, and I most certainly chose the Oracle decks first before I chose which tarot deck to use, which means that's already the beginning of the guidance telling me what to do first. So the first card deck I chose actually was this one, the Ascended Masters, and it's definitely ready for me to draw a card, and let's see what we've got. I'll put the other ones aside so we have some space, and we got, ooh, okay. Okay, I'm going to have to share something here with all of you. Now, believe it or not, I have been re-watching the whole five seasons of Merlin on Netflix. I'm sure it was originally on BBC, and I watched it many, many years ago when it first was made. But today, literally up until half an hour ago, I watched the last 2 episodes of the last season, which is season 5 of Merlin, and was wondering whether there was any significance to mentioning it in this reading, because Spirit said to me, mention that you watched Merlin, and mention specifically Spirit wanted me to mention that I had totally forgotten the ending. It was a sad ending. I'm not sure why I was convinced there was going to be a good ending to the season. There was in a way, but certainly not the way I had hoped. And I said back to Spirit, I feel a bit silly mentioning that I've been watching Merlin on TV just before the reading. So in order to make sure that I would mention this endeavour of mine, this is the very first card I have drawn for this reading, and it is Merlin. And the card is called Energy Reading. So there you go. Here is my confession. I liked watching the whole 5 seasons of Merlin on Netflix. I'm absolutely gutted it's finished. I have no idea what I will be watching next, but here is the card confirming that there is significance to that today. And I'm going to read to you the actual message that comes with this, because energy healing is a lovely message, but it's not very comprehensive. So let's see what it says. It says, the situation you inquired about involves energy healing. You have healing abilities that you can direct through your hands, thoughts and heart. Send loving energy to elevate and heal this situation. You can clear the energy in a home, office or vehicle as well. Your experiences with energy healing may be so powerful that you decide to conduct healings as a profession. Well, I have to say, for me, that has happened quite a few years ago. Maybe this is also happening to you. The additional meanings of this card can be, and that's some of them, not all of them, will apply to you. Take an energy healing course such as Reiki, Qigong, Pranic healing or healing touch. If you are interested in learning Reiki, I do teach Reiki. I have been teaching Reiki since 2006 when I became a Reiki master. Your life purpose involves conducting energy healing. Clear the space in your home or office through Feng Shui, burning sage, or other healing energy methods. Send love to the situation or person. Avoid situations, places, or relationships with harsh energy. And everything is healing and will be okay. That's my favorite one of all of them. Everything is healing and will be okay. Let's take that as the main message of this beautiful card of Merlin with his energy healing. Everything will be okay. That's a lovely way to start this week ahead. That's a lovely, lovely way of looking at it. That if there's anything happening in your lives at the moment that has been happening for a while, or maybe it's only happening recently, it will all turn out okay. Let's have a look at the second scene card for this week from the Speed of Light Oracle. My curiosity is building. I don't think it can trump the surprise from this particular message for me personally, but that doesn't mean that the actual card is not going to be just as insightful. And we have filters. So it says beliefs, cancel, delete, clarity and awareness. Now it's got a lot of similar colours going on here as the Merlin card. So let's see if I can put this in here without knocking anything over. Here we go. I did well there. Let's have a look at the booklet for these ones as well. Here we go. It's got this lovely booklet wizard. Here we are. Filters number 26. Beliefs cancel, delete, clarity and awareness. You are a channel of divine energy and healing energy, as we've just discovered. And remain focused and make sure that your filters are clear and that the divine energy is flowing through you as clearly and purely as possible. Your filters, which include beliefs, projections, limitations, fears, doubts, etc., may cloud and mold the energy into something other than what it is. Be sure your filters are clear and hold positive and authentic intentions. The divine energy flows through you and is expressed through your words, thoughts and actions. Commit to being the clearest channel possible and observe how clear your filters really are. The affirmation you may use with this card is, I step back and see how things really are. Now, I love this progression of the messages so far, because one of the main messages of this card was that everything is going to be okay. And the message of this card was, step back and observe how things really are. How very interesting. So there is a situation going on for some of you where maybe you are seeing more clearly what, for example, through your own projections, what is happening for other people involved in the situation, but maybe you're not looking enough at what is the part that you play, and how can you change the part you play? How can you play a different part in that situation? How can you react differently from how you normally react? How can you simply cancel a pattern that maybe is just an old family pattern that you've inherited? How can you come out of that pattern and do things in a way that is more truly aligned with you, so that you can get a better outcome, which could simply be to not engage with people that, like one of the cards spoke about, has some harsh energy springing into the relationship. How can you not engage with these people and surround yourself with different people? Let's also shuffle these beautiful unicorn cards. This is what the back looks like. So these are Diana Cooper's. And I've just looked at the bottom of the deck, and it actually says there is a rainbow behind the clouds, which seems to be an amazing succession of the messages here so far. And also, we have had these rainbowy colours literally in all three cards so far. Now, I know we haven't drawn this card, so I just wanted to show it anyway. Also, I'm sure Merlin used to ride a horse quite a lot in the times that he was around. He certainly did in the TV show I watched, so it must be true. Or not. I hope they did good research. I'm sure he did ride a horse. The horse energy has been quite strong recently, actually, and it can often represent freedom. And we are in a time where the energy is very much pushing us to free ourselves more and more and more from past relationships, past situations, past beliefs, things to do with the old that really no longer work for us. So this is a big time of freeing ourselves, and certainly the unicorns will help with exactly that on a in a higher dimension. So we're going to have a really good shuffle here and see which card we're going to draw from this Unicorn Oracle by Diana Cooper. And we've got magic. Amazing. That is amazing. We started with Merlin. Merlin most definitely is about magic. And now we have this card that says magic. It says there is a magic around you, so expect excitement and joy. And I most certainly can see a treasure box that's been opened in the back there by the unicorn. I can see comets in this night sky. I can see the moon and stars. what maybe looks like stardust. What a beautiful card. We have the magic card. Let's also read. I'm just going to try and put this so you can see it. Let's read. Today I really feel like reading all the messages properly from the booklet. This is number 18. And it's called Magic. Magic is the natural outcome of spiritual energies in motion. The unicorns activate them all the time, so ask them to work with you to create magic in your life today, or even in your week, because these are the theme cards for the whole week ahead. The affirmation, if you want to use it, is I expect magic today. What a powerful affirmation. I will totally try this one. It's amazing. Amazing affirmation. I'm really curious to see what will happen if I use this affirmation during the upcoming week. Now, we're also going to draw, hello if you've just joined, we have done the theme cards for the week. We're now going to do the tarot cards. We're going to draw one card for each weekday starting from this Friday. So we need 7 cards. All the card decks are pre-shuffled today, so we can get to it quite quickly. And one more. This one wanted to come for sure. So let me put those out in the right order so I don't get mixed up later on. We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're nice and slim, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, we can spread them out more. There's a bit more space like this. Here we go. They are so beautiful and sleek on the back. Let's dive in and look at the first one, which is going to be for this Friday, the 28th of February. And we have 3 of Cups. Beautiful. So if you have been watching since the beginning, this is what I was speaking about this card deck. It will just show you 3 cups. So if you have the 2 of Cups, it will show you 2 cups. If you have the 5 of Cups, it will just show you 5 cups. There's no pictures with this card. The 3 of Cups is often called celebration and sometimes shows 3 women dancing. So this is a card that comes at times where we are celebrating something. Sometimes with friends, sometimes with family, sometimes both. It can be an occasion, it can be a birthday, an anniversary, the birth of a child, a new job, or passing a test, something that warrants a celebration. It can also be a card that can tell us, remind us that it's time to celebrate something. It's time for a get-together with friends or family. It's time to let our hair down and have some fun. It's a good card. The 3s in tarot are to do with expansion. So there is an expansion in the area of Cups, which is to do with emotions and relationships on Friday. Very happy card. Now we look at Saturday, which is going to be the last day in February, the 29th, and we have Strength, number 8. The Strength card, so you see that the major arcana do have pictures, and the Strength card often depicts a woman and a lion. And this card is all about being firm, but not forceful. This is the card about discovering and learning to control your inner strengths, your inner power, and to not abuse it. The way you can abuse your inner power is to intentionally use it for something that is not a good use for it, but it can also happen by suppressing it and not, or pretending it's not there, or then ending up using it when it comes out in an uncontrolled way, and then maybe you don't have enough control of it, and it kind of would appear to do what it wants by itself. It's still you. It will still do something you want on some level, but you may not be aware of it. So also this lady has the eternity sign above her head, which does, in this particular instance, remind me of the fact that learning to truly control your own inner strengths and make it always work for you and never against you may be an almost eternal struggle of the humankind. It may be something you need to keep working on. Basically, the lion represents her own inner power, her own energy. And certainly this card also has the message that you have the strength to do what needs to be done. If a situation has been challenging for you, you most certainly have it in you to deal with this situation appropriately, to own your power in this situation and use it for the good of everyone, including you. So actually, I love that. Certainly, this deck is it has a very happy energy with it. It's got the energy of achievement. It's very yellow and golden, which very much goes with the solar plexus chakra, that color. So this is also about who you are in this world and how you represent yourself, and certainly owning your own strengths, owning your own power, and using it in a good way for yourself and others is something to be proud of, I guess. So it certainly says you have the strength to do what needs to be done. Now we have Sunday. We have the 9 of Cups. Then we have more cups. We got 3, and then we got 3, 3, 3. So either if you are interested in angel numbers, you could certainly look up 333 because it certainly was inspired through this 3 here. Beautiful number. The 9 of Cups is often called the wish card. Is the card of dreams coming true. So Sunday has an amazingly happy vibration. So there's something about it's time to start celebrating something on Friday, which will actually progress into triggering a situation where you can fully step into your own power, finally, in a situation where maybe you've been holding back to actually use all of your power out of fear it might run away with you. But really, you've worked on this enough to have good control over this power, and you will have wish fulfillment on Sunday. This is looking very good so far. I'm loving this blue sky and this kind of golden yellow sky in the middle. Let's look at Monday. More cups. 5 of Cups. Now, 5 of Cups. The 5s in tarot are often come at challenging times. The 5 of Cups is sometimes called things like disappointment, grief, and loss. So it might be that by Monday, after all of these developments here, there will be something amazing coming true for us on Sunday. And by Monday, we might need to choose, what do we now need to walk away from? By moving further into our own empowerment and into our own happiness, who or what do we need to leave behind in order to really, really own that and really step into that or really stay in that energy? We may need to walk away from situations or people that no longer serve us. We may need to truly leave those behind. Also, sometimes the 5 of Cups shows a woman who is, it's interesting the times where women and men show up in tarot. A woman is crying over 3 spilled cups, and she really needs to turn her attention back to the 2 cups that are still standing up, and she needs to turn back to the tree of life and continue with the life that's yet to come, rather than be too preoccupied with the life that she has left behind, that's already gone. So that's coming in here for Monday. Let's look at Tuesday. And Tuesday we have the Lovers. So the Lovers very much can speak about a love relationship between 2 people. If it does, it's a card of union, it's a card of true love, it's a card of very equally matched lovers, which could very much go with this 9 of Cups. sometimes the Lovers card actually comes for situations where we have to make a choice between two options that are both dear to us. So this can literally be between two people, between two relationships. It can be either between two jobs, if we feel quite emotional about both of them, or if they're both very good options but we can only do one of them. So that's the energy for Tuesday. Interesting, following on from the Five of Cups, and I was talking about that we may need to walk away from something in order to stay in this wish fulfillment energy. So this may also be this may be that by Tuesday it really comes to the point where we must make a decision. What do we keep and what do we leave behind, or maybe who? Let's look at Wednesday, and we have absolutely perfect. Now it makes perfect sense, and now we have the sunshine back from this card in the background. The Fool. The Fool in Tarot is the 0, it's the very beginning, it's the very first of all the cards because it's the first of the major arcana. It's the very beginning of a whole new phase in life. So this may well be that this is quite a big choice, because we've been working on building up the strengths and learning how to use our own strengths in order to actually make our dreams come true. Maybe things we've waited for a whole lifetime, and that it will mean leaving something or someone behind, which is coming out in these cards, and only after we've made a proper choice can we start this whole new phase of life, this whole new journey, this whole new adventure. The Fool is a good card. It's an omen that we have done some very important learning, and we are ready to step into the unknown, into the new learning, because the learning never ends. But this particular lesson is coming to an end here, where we need to make a decision whether are we going to let somebody or something hold us back in the old energy of Five of Cups, where there was a lot of disappointment, or are we going to stick with this new energy of wish fulfillment that's coming in? Make the decision to leave the old behind and fully step into this new beginning. Let's look at Thursday. Amazing. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant often represents the bridge between heaven and earth. He can ride the wave. I'm not sure where those words came from. That's not words I normally use with the Hierophant. It just reminded me of some kind of a surfer dude that can ride the wave in the ocean. But he rides the energy wave that can bring together the divine knowledge with the earthly life, how to make the physical and the spiritual life combine, flow in unison, those two energies, and transmute the divine energy into dream and wish manifestation on earth. This is what's coming through with this card today. And still we have this golden sun energy behind him. Also, the Fool is wearing a bit of red, and he's wearing a lot of red, which does represent the earthly connection here, because red goes with the Muladhara chakra, the base chakra. So this looks like, and here we have the 5 again. Now he's number 5, so the Hierophant. So there is something about this new beginning that we're finally stepping into will bring us into the energy of the Hierophant, which is somebody who has mastered, I feel like saying, this energy that the 5s, the challenges that the 5s can bring in tarot, that they can represent, which is often to do with, are you willing to let the old go? Are you willing to accept what the divine is bringing you, rather than exactly what you've asked for? Are you willing to accept it in the way that it's coming to you? Are you willing to follow the steps that the divine is setting out for you to follow in order to get to what you truly want, your true wish fulfillment, which is nothing to do with that it has to come in the exact order in which you had imagined. Wow, what an amazing week. So we have a week of magic, a week of clearing old beliefs and filters, a week of leaving behind the old so that the new can come in. I hope you are ready for this amazing energy that's coming in for this week. I am very excited to see what's going to happen. I feel it's going to be an amazing week. I am also looking forward to my first shamanic circle of the year tomorrow evening. I had to cancel. The first one was meant to be at the end of January, and I was taken ill just before, so I had to cancel that one. So tomorrow will be the first one of the year. We're quite a few weeks into the year, but we're going to have a big shamanic release circle tomorrow with raw cacao ceremony. If you're in London, please do join us. There's going to be some drumming as well, and we will draw some more cards tomorrow just for the particular circle. If you would like to come, you need to book through my Facebook event. There is an Eventbrite link where you can purchase your ticket. If you're interested in learning Reiki, I do run Reiki classes on demand actually. So if enough people inquire, I usually will put one on. Often on a weekend. If you would like a private reading, I'm available in person as well as online, depending on your location and what suits you. So please message me. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really hope you enjoyed the reading. Please remember that the reading is just one way of looking at the energies for you and for the collective. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And I will say namaste. And take good care of yourselves.